Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today's project is this very sweet little gift bag stroke gift box that I designed actually to send out some sort of congrats, well done gifts to some members of my Stampin' Up team that had done really well with their sales recently, and a few of them had promoted to the next level within Stampin' Up and got themselves a nice little pay rise. So I wanted to send out a little gift to say congrats and thank you also as always for being part of my team. So it's a good sized box, it's a good inch deep. I think it's about 6 inches high, yep, 6 inches high, so you can fit quite a lot of things in there, and it is decorated using the Swirly Bird stamp set, which is one of my new favourites, and also some of the coordinating thinlit dies there. Should we get on and make it? Yep, let's do that. This one is Flirty Flamingo and Sweet Sugar Plum, and I thought we'd mix it up a little bit and make a blue themed version in the video. So we are going to use a mixture of Soft Sky and Dapper Denim. Dapper Denim is a big favourite of mine in the new in colours, and Soft Sky is of course a good old favourite to go to. So I thought we'd start with some stamping. So we'll talk about the sizes of the cardstock first, get that out of the way. Of course all of the dimensions will be over on my blog as always. So you need a big piece of cardstock that measures 11.5 inches by 7 inches, and then we need a selection of mats. So we need one mat, which is this one, that measures 4.25 by 5 3/4. Some Very Vanilla that measures 4 by 5.5, then 2 small bits, 1.5 by 4 and 1.25 by 3 3/4. Okay, so we're going to start off with this piece of Whisper White, which as I said measured 4 by 5.5 inches. We are going to use this image from the Swirly Bird stamp set. You've probably seen me use it before, and I'm going to use some Soft Sky ink. And all we are going to do is use this to create this gorgeous background pattern. It's not a designer series paper, it is all stamped. So let's ink that up and off we go. I'm just going to, every time I stamp, I'm just going to rotate the stamp set slightly just to mix up the pattern. What I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to slide in my foam mat and we go under my grid paper, just because it's a photopolymer set, so it'll just give me a bit of a crisper image by using that underneath. Okay, so we're just going to go along, and because it is a photopolymer set, it makes lining up those concentric circles really straightforward. And if you start sort of at a different position each time, you'll get a really nice pattern. And I think these are supposed to represent sort of roses, sort of stylized rose, but I think they're really pretty. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you've just created that really nice pattern in just a few minutes using a stamp set. So let's put that aside for the time being. Okay, and we're just going to mount that quickly using a bit of snail onto a larger Dapper Denim mat that I showed you earlier. So I'm just going to do that by eye. There we go, and mount that up on our Dapper Denim. I'm going to bring in those 2 small mats, and as you can see in the example, I've stamped the word congrats on there, and that is done using the Cottage Greeting stamp set. I actually thought this had retired, and I was flipping through the catalogue the other day and I spotted it and I thought, oh, wow, it's still there. So I managed to quickly grab it out of my retired box. I think sometimes you look through the catalogue so many times you don't always see everything that's in there, so I was pleased that this hasn't retired. So I'm just going to take the word congrats from this set and some Dapper Denim ink, and we'll just ink this up. I'm going to pull out the full mat because this is a clear mount stamp. Make sure we have it the right way round, and just stamp that in the middle, but to one side on my mat. There we go, beautiful. Okay, just going to close that ink pad up, and we're then going to mount this on top of here like that. There we go. Okay, and to embellish that, what I've done is I've used this beautiful swirl, which comes in the coordinating thinlets, which are called Swirly Scribble thinlet dies. And you get this is a really good selection of dies actually. And what I did before we started filming was I just ran this small swirly through the big shot. So I'm just going to pop that out. I'm just going to, oh sorry for flashing around, I should have got this out earlier. Got my big shot brush. I'm just going to run that over the die quickly a few times, and then that should nice and easy pop out. She says, of course it doesn't. There we go. Can it come out for me? There we go. I think it's because I've got no nails at the moment. There we go. You can see that pops out perfectly. Just put that off to one side. Oh, now I've dropped it on the floor. Oh, and I've still got a big bump. So picking things up off the floor isn't easy these days. Okay, and this is just going to go off to one side, slightly overlapping, like that. And I'm going to pop this up using some dimensionals. And what I need to do is just these edge bits of the dimensionals, trim some of those down into very sort of small slithers. And then you can pop these on the back of your die cut piece, and then you can just stick them down. It will just give that tiny little bit of dimension. You just need to get them positioned so that you're not going to be able to obviously see them, because you don't want them sticking out. There are a few pieces on this die where it's a little bit thicker, and those are the areas you want to aim for with your pieces of foam. Okay, that one there. Just peel off the backs of those little bits. Okay, and then just going to position it. Now there is no right or wrong way to really stick this down. It's just wherever you think it's going to look most effective, whichever pattern way you think looks best. Okay, and what I've embellished this with is, these are some leaves. Again, I stamped them using the Swirly Bird stamp set. It's this small leaf, and it has a corresponding framelit to cut it out. And then this little flower here. Again, I did those before we started, just so that we could just tip those out, just so that you could save a little bit of time on the video. And again, I'm just going to take some sort of half dimensionals to firstly do my flower. And of course you can stick these wherever you want. I think it looks pretty good just in the corner there. And of course you can also add a little leaf. The leaves I stamped using Emerald Envy, which is a lovely green colour. You can of course add that little flower, that little leaf on there, and a few little leaves behind my sort of stylised swirly flower. Okay. One bit. Oh, let me just go over here, get a few more of these edge bits. bit for later. I'm sure I'm making it look a lot more fiddly than it really is. And there. I never try these colour combinations out before I do videos a lot of the time. And this is another new colour combination, but I think I'm kind of liking it. Okay, and last one there. Okay, so we've got our embellishment ready to go on top of our sheet here. There we go, and I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals again. Actually, I'm not going to stick that on yet until I've stuck this bit down. So that means it's time to make up the bag, which is incredibly easy, okay? So we need our scoreboard. Oh, sorry, I'm not very well prepared today, am I? Right, scoreboard is coming in. Are you back in focus? Perfect. Let me move this out of the way so that I'm nice and flat. And we need that bigger piece of soft sky cardstock that we had before. We are going to score this. Remember, it measures 11.5 by 7 inches, so across the 11.5 inches side at 4.5 inches, 5.5 inches, 10 inches and 11 inches. Turn it round and just one score line at 1 inch. And that way. As I said, all the dimensions are always on my blog, so you can pop over and check those out. Quick bring in of the bone folder, and we're just going to fold and burnish along those score lines. And then we're going to cut up along the bottom. You can see there, it's not the best contrast here, is it? But up each of those score lines, and just notch out the small square flap that you make. Okay. Right, and then to stick this together, we are just going to firstly put a little bit of fuse along this edge flap. Okay. Fold this over and press down. Okay. Fold the edges in. And this is our back, so we want this bit to come from the front to the back. And then fuse along here. There's lots of fuse on that bottom flap, and then you can just fold it up to make your square box. Okay, now we are ready to stick down our mat here. I'm just going to use a snail on the back of here. And this is going to go on like that. There we go. And then our little mat that we made, just going to peel the back off the dimensionals that we applied earlier. Oh, thought I'd knocked the camera, it was going to fall over. I think I saved it. Okay, and we're just going to then position that centrally over the middle. There we go. And the last thing to do is we need to make some holes for our ribbon. So I'm just going to use my scoreboard, and if we turn it around this way so we can see, just going to line it up, and then 1.5 inches in, I'm just going to make a little mark about half an inch down on one side. You see those two little marks? I'm going to use my handheld punch to come in and punch them out. Now we are going through 3 layers of cardstock, so you do need to press on quite firmly. Okay, and the next one, there we go. Okay, and then what I find gives you the most even result is if you just push your pen through those 2 holes that you've just made, it gives you a little dot inside, and then again just go in and punch those out with your handheld. This is the 1/4 inch handheld punch that I'm using. There we go. Okay. Going to bring in finally a little bit of the Dapper Denim ruched ribbon. Here it is. And firstly I need to pop in some goodies for my ladies so that they are ready to go. So that was some cute little doilies and some ribbon, which has escaped me. There we go. That's what they were going to receive as their thank you, congratulations, well done gift. Feed those through. Just going to trim off the ribbon. Feed that through from the other end. I do like this colour combination actually. Dapper Denim and Soft Sky seems to work very well together. What do you think? Pull those together. So you're sealing it effectively at the top, and then I'm just going to, oh my camera, I need to get my tripod sorted. This is a new craft desk for me. I haven't had it for very long, a dedicated craft space, so I need to get sort of a tripod and everything set up for filming here a bit better. Babble on my try to tie bow, which never works successfully on camera. No. Let's try again. Has that kind of worked? Sort of, kind of, whatever. A bit close to the camera now, aren't I? There we go. Let's trim those tails, and you can sort of see the effect that we're going for with that bow. Got a bit higher on that one, that bow, than I did with the example that I showed you earlier. Bow's shocking, isn't it? Sorry about that. But anyway, that is today's project. A really cute little gift bag. I guess these would be quite good for girl and boy birthday baby gifts, wouldn't they? They're quite nice. Yeah, I like that colour combination. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or would like to buy any Stampin' Up products, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.